everybody, welcome to the Artsy Knitter. I'm not sure how long this show is going to be because I wanted it to be like a quick one for our Kal, to talk about Kals and stuff. And yeah, so, and I don't want to speed. I recorded this already and I was like talking too fast, trying to cram everything into 20-30 minutes. So we're just going to flow, okay? So today's episode is a special episode. It's really about knit-alongs, all right? I am your host, Tru, also known as the Artsy Knitter, and my co-host, LittleOne, also known. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah. So let's get to business. So this video is about Kals, knit-alongs. I do want to go through my gratitudinous because I haven't had a chance to do it in a while, so bear with me. There's a lot of them. I've been trying to do them really fast. This is like so long now. Like Obi-Wan Knitter from the WhipitArtysKAL podcast. Whoop whoop. He is a fellow podcaster who has been super gracious and sweet and encouraging, and we're really grateful. And a side note, I got my own Bakery Bear button and my Bakery Bear bag, which is like out of Japanese style fabric, which I love. Anything Japanese, of course, we know. So I had to quickly segue into that. But gratitudinous and welcome to Natural Knitter, Jamie Walcott, and Makara, Aquanits, Ting Ting.
Ting ting.
We love your name too.
Ding ding.
Ding ding. I love it. And then there's Mac, Sock Sticks, Decara, Juniper. It's not Juniper, Julper. Julper. 4 Peanuts, Cindy Lynn, the awesome Lost Birds from the Japanese podcast called The Lost Birds. You can find them on YouTube. And so welcome to our group. Faula. It looks like O, but it's I'm thinking it's Faula. Faula. I was just talking to you today, so maybe you'll correct me. Also, Not Knitting, Brenda 002, Black Horse, Knits and Pearls Gal, The Nightly Knitter, and Boo Girl. Boo Girl, that name is so hilarious. We're sweating, don't mind us. Jamie Walcott, I want to say I understand your feelings about being hooked on podcasts. I am as well. There's not enough time in the day to knit, do this podcast, and keep up with all the podcasts that I would like. But I do some. So I know you're now hooked on The Fat Squirrel, Ines Knit. Those girls are awesome. Don't forget to check out, I think you know Old Loops. If you don't, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. And also to Sarah Stevens. She's also one of the co-hosts from the Old Loops podcast. Mm-hmm. And I want to say Lucy. She's just...
This isn't our ramblings, right?
Yeah, this is just the gratitudinous. Jaffa Pearl. And then, of course, last but not least, there's one more after this. I think she wants to say Aramosaurus. It's like 3 A's and... Aramosaurus. She was talking about creativity and that she's not really creative, possibly. You know what? I was just trying to let you know that knitting might be your creative outlet. Don't think that there's only one way to be creative. You can come up with your own little creative recipe of how you lead a creative life.
Knitting is creative.
Yeah, it's creative. It's a format that you can explore. So I'm going to give you one word. Freeform knitting. Look it up. I have a thread on the group that has that name as well. So
it's just easy.
Yeah, so check it out. And then most munchies, she does like a zillion voodoo you love me or voodoo loves me. She does, no, hold on, this is a girl that knits a ton of these dolls.
Oh, okay.
She just joined our group as well. And so you're going to stay tuned because there's lots of information that you might find helpful when you're planning for our KAL coming up. So I think I got everybody. If I've missed anyone, I'm so sorry. We are grateful that you're here. Welcome to all the new viewers. If you are a new viewer, you're not on Ravelry. A lot of the content that I talk about is related to Ravelry, so be aware of that. If you have questions, you can send me a message through our the message section of our YouTube, or we are now
on Facebook. So if it's easier for you guys, because I think a lot of people are on Facebook, join our page.
Yeah.
If you're not already.
Yeah, share stuff on there, ask questions on our Facebook. That will help you to stay connected, and you can share our videos and things like that with other people throughout Facebook or on Google+, that kind of thing. So usually, just so for new viewers, somebody asked me if, especially when LittleOne is on the show, if we rehearse or we script things. We don't. We literally just talk as comes. I have notes, little notes that I put in my Imagine book that I just got.
And my paper.
A little paper. But that's just today. All the shows you've ever seen with LittleOne in it, we literally just, we're not sure what we're going to talk about. We wing it. We're totally like, what do you call that? In comedy, you call that like...
we were talking about it
today.
I was talking about it today. Stand up.
It's not stand up. It's like improv.
Improv.
Yes, the show is very improv, but I have the show notes just so I don't go off too much on tangents. A lot of times, you know, this is like a video diary in a sense, so it's easy for us to go off on a tangent. Trust.
What's a tangent?
Tangent. All of a sudden, I'm talking about the shopping day, blah, blah, blah. 20 minutes go by, and the show is, I haven't gotten into the juicy parts. Let's not go on a tangent now. So, in our rambling section, what else is our good news? Your good news.
Drumroll, please. YukiBaby on Ravelry. I have a Ravelry account. YukiBaby.
YukiBaby. So, yeah, we didn't even practice that rap.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
I know. I went back and forth, eaming and ahhing as to whether I was going to let LittleOne have her own Ravelry account. She has one now, but note, if you have kids that are on Ravelry who want to add her as friends, absolutely. I know that there's groups that are just for kids. Her account she can only get on there when she's with me. Like, she doesn't even have the password. At this point, that's what we're going to do for a few years. So when she's at her dad's, she's not going to have access to it. So if you have any questions for her, still write to me.
Unless it's kids.
Yeah, even if it's kids, that they could just write her account and I'll be able to open it and read them to her. She'll read them. But if you put YukiBaby in the subject title of my emails, like you have a question that you want to direct to LittleOne, or YukiBaby, I should say, you can do that. Send it to me. Or refer to her on the forum. Just know that she won't always get back to a response on the forum that quickly unless she logs in with Mommy.
So Monday?
Well, no, just whenever. Yeah. Whenever we're together, we'll do that. Okay? So moving along. This video is a lot about knit-alongs, and there's a lot of exciting knit-alongs going on right now. Let's start off with the fact that the Bakery Berry podcast had Kay and Dan Jones. They have a Christmas knit-along called Getting Ahead for the month of August. It's important for you to know that. You'll see why when I start going into the details of our KAL that has just started this past Friday on August 8th. Okay? So remember that the Bakery Bears has a Christmas knit-along that you can compete in, like enter into. Old Loops also has a KAL going on September 1st. I think it's September, October, November. I think until December, actually. It's a massive Epi.12 for Harry Potter. So these are some of the KALs that LittleOne, YukiBaby, and I are going to be a part of, and they connect in a sense to our KAL. Let me get right into the fact that we have a WhipitArtysKAL still going on, and when is the deadline?
August 15th.
August 15th.
Only to participate is you have to put your pictures on the FO thread. So
yeah, so all those who have been participating all this time, get your pictures in before the 15th. Okay? I am Eastern Time, Toronto. By midnight Eastern Time on the 15th, get your pictures in on the FO thread in order for me the next day to go and take all the numbers from the FO thread. There's no extra chatter. If you have a little chatter, put it at the top where you know, before you put your picture in, oh, this is what I did, blah, 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 blah. But just make sure you have one post. So you want to get that in as soon as possible. Now, the premise of that KAL was just to finish as many of your languishing whippies that are sitting there staring at you, haunting you, without casting on anything new. I didn't realize how hard this was going to be for people. Like, they were really struggling with that a little bit. So I was like, okay, after 3 whippies that you have bitten the dust, you can cast on something new. Whatever works. If you have 2, if you have 1, enter it. Pick it up. It might have, you know, a quarter left to go. Get the whippy out, needles off. You can block it later. You don't have to have it blocked in order to enter. Just get it done. If you guys feel like you want me to keep going till the end of August, let me know. I can extend it for a little bit while longer. You can still do the KAL and get these whippies done.
So if no one peeps up,
no one says anything, it's done on the 15th. Okay? Remember that the hashtag on your project pages that you share into the group is what is it again? I'm just blanked out. WhipitArtysKAL. So not whippies, but WhipitArtysKAL on Instagram and on the project pages so that we can see the progress. Our Instagram is really active. Thank you so much again, guys, how active it is over there. But for the WhipitArtysKAL, if you are also active and sharing about it and this KAL itself on there, it gives you an extra chance to win, right? So keep that in mind. If you don't have Instagram, don't worry about it. But it's important to post the FOs. And just so you know, you get a project bag as your prize and a pattern for up to $7. So,
there's more.
No. But this is just for the WhipitArtysKAL. So, she just wants to make sure she gets all her points. Because the last time we recorded, she didn't have anything to say. And some of the information of this KAL that I'm going to go through, there's a lot of details. Now, I've written a lot of things on the thread. The thread is already open for this new KAL that I'm about to get into. It's called, do you remember?
Fairytales Forever.
Fairytales Forever Craft KAL.
And as you can see, we're wearing...
we're wearing our little like floral, don't lift your dress up so high, so I'm trying to tell you. Little flowers. We couldn't record outside, so we brought the garden in.
And it matches.
Yeah, and I have my little like flouncy...
Gothic flowers.
Is it Gothic flowers, you think? Yeah, I guess because it's black. What do you know about Gothic flowers? I don't know. But if you thought that possibly you caught me on a day that I didn't have my bow tie on.
Oh.
One of the whippies that I had done, she is wearing our bow tie for this episode. I actually had one in my ears, and I don't know, I took it out, and if you're wondering why I have one stud in my ear, it's not a new trend. I dropped it or something. But she saved me, because I was going to have a bow tie here, and then she has one, and then we'd be fine. But anyway.
Can we show
Hold on. So this was one of our whippies. She is Yuki Bear. This one's Ava's. And and we got this dress done and her completed for the WhipitArtysKAL.
That's my mascot.
That's her mascot.
YukiBaby.
And one of the other Whippies. So before we get into our KAL that's going on right now, we'll show you our progress. And this dress was done for the WhipitArtysKAL as well because she was done ahead of time. This is Agnes, so Aggie. And then we haven't showed this to anybody so far.
Can I show it? Can I show it?
Yeah. Okay, maybe I hold these and you show her.
Well,
Can you even reach? You can't reach.
No, I can't. Little girl, she's
We don't even know what she's gonna be called. Look at the little fat belly and booty. She's done out of koigu. We tried to do the Mrs. Bakery Bear in a fingering weight, and that's what came about. So, you gonna hold the girls?
Yeah. And my little sister.
Yes.
Something.
Something.
Your little sister something.
We haven't figured out her. Maybe we'll call her Poppy for purple. Purple Poppy. Well, poppies are not purple. But anyway, see, that's what's going off on the tangent means. No tangents. Okay. So, getting right to it. Our new KAL is called Fairytales Forever Craft and Knit Along, right? I have decided to make the tagline, though, Fairytales Forever KAL 14, okay? So the premise of this KAL, how it started, was that Diane from the Knittables posted on Instagram this planter box that with a little gnome, a gnome planter box that she got from her local garden store, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. And then of course I instantly messaged Lydia from the old podcast. I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. And she was like, we realized that we're kindred spirits when it comes to fairy tales and fantasy based things. And then of course, ding, the light went off, and I wanted to do something connected to that. So, of course, I didn't want to harass Diane for, where she got her planter box. So that's how it started to develop. I was like, I don't want to badger her. So I realized that I could make my own with LittleOne. So this KAL is about two things. The craft part of it is by yourself or with your kids, bring some magic back into your life. Create a planter box with a fairy house. We also, our mascot movie for this theme is the movie called Fairytales, A True Story from 1997, based in England. So it's like an old school movie from 1997 that Ava and I have watched already. I should say YukiBaby and I have watched. And so the KAL that's the craft end of things. If you want to join us, I think Lydia from the Old Loops podcast and Sarah, her co-host, are doing planter boxes. Don't quote me on Sarah. Sarah, are you? Are you Sarah?
Are you?
So, so it's basically, though, I want everybody to feel included. I want people to jump in there and let their imagination go wild. So it's basically create, craft, knit, crochet, and even spin, because the Lost Birds has a discount code, which we'll get into later into the show, for fiber that you can order, okay?
That's
fairy, summery, spring colors, that kind of thing. Sparkly. I don't know if she has any sparkle, any spirulinas, any of that, but you could do that if you have that at home. Knit, create, spin, crochet, anything based on fairy tales, fantasy-based movies, and summer-inspired things. So that means fantasy-based movies. Like those of you who are in the Harry Potter knit along with old loops, you can, well, before we get into the names of the stuff, I'm just telling them the overall. Don't feel left out. Absolutely double dip with all our KALs from now going forward. We're totally encouraging you to double dip into other KALs because there's not enough time to knit in the day, and we all want to be able to have fun with each other. So Old Loops is partnering with me on this KAL, and I'll get into first of all, if you have not had a chance to see the Old Loops podcast, you need to find some day in the time in the day where you can actually even go back a couple of episodes. They're lovely. I call them the lovelies. My lovelies. Hi, lovelies.
I'm watching my lovelies.
They're very creative ladies who run their own yarn company. So they're donating a generous prize for this KAL, as well as giving us a discount code, which we'll share later into the show. But just remember, their KAL that they did last year, they're starting again this year, and it's like epic. So all of you who are in the Harry Potter KAL, who are jumping on over here, you can totally enter the same thing into our KAL in the FO thread. The chatter thread is to show us your inspiration, things that you're thinking of. Yeah, one of the things I forgot, stick a pin in it. We didn't show one of Miss Thing's entering into the Bunnyfish Stuffy KAL that ends at the end of August, and also my Whippy KAL. This is what she whipped.
Da, la, 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 la. My monster's done!
And that's from Rebecca Danger. Makes these monsters. We got the book for Christmas, and this was languishing. There probably won't be a lot of editing on this show or any show notes, really, because we have a thread on the group that has a lot of the information. But yeah, that's one Whippy I forgot to show you.
I might name him Stubby.
Stubby?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, so Narnia, Aragon, any of those kinds of themes you can add in, and we're gonna give you some ideas. So with the crafting of the planter garden boxes, you can knit elements, you can needle felt them, you can use Fimo to make little swings or elf shoes or fairy shoes or a mailbox. Mushrooms. You can needle felt or sculpt in Fimo and bake it afterwards. You could do a bird box, a pond, any element that you want to create. Or knit, or felt, or crochet. You can actually, I think we're knitting a house, the house part of our planter box. We're going to show you some of the things that we've already collected for our thing. But before we do that, let's go over the details of the KAL. So you know that it's going to be anything to do with fantasy-based things, right? You can knit, so that's one. Number two, you can even knit, like say you're not going to do the planter box. You can knit or crochet like a tea cozy that's like a cupcake. We found a pattern called the Fairy Cake Teacup or Teapot Cozy.
Teapot Cozy.
Teapot Cozy. That's totally applicable because it's called Fairytale cake, first of all, and it's kind of like sweet treats, whimsical, bright colors, that kind of thing. You can knit the roof of the house that you're going to build out of popsicle sticks for the fairy planter box as well. But I'm going to go over some of the patterns
that you could do.
Yeah, like with, before we go into yours, one of the lovely women who are also partnering with us in this KAL is Tiny Owl Knits. Now she is a gorgeous, phenomenal designer who makes a lot of designs that have a very fantasy, fairy tale, woodland creatures. She even has a pattern for wings and a crown and, little pod bags with floral things on them, or hoodies, little Red Riding Hood hoodie, or a hoodie that has flowers all along the edge of it.
And the pouch is for the fairy dust, of course.
There you go. See, I didn't even think of that until you just said it. We are knitting the Moon Kusa boots. So I'll show you that. Right now it's in the unfelted stage right now, so it looks massive. My feet are huge, by the way. They're like size 11.
Shoes.
Yeah, they're gonna look
dingly.
I don't know about dingling. Oh, this is for grown up.
No.
Maybe on yours.
Yeah.
So she's gonna knit a pair, and I'm gonna knit two pairs. So you have to use worsted weight Lamb's Pride bulky for the grown-up and Lamb's Pride worsted for the little ones. So we're just waiting to get more yarn. But I've already, I just did this in 2 days. And it's done already. Well, not
compared to me.
Compared to you, but you're a little kid. And now I'm at the stage where I add on all the little tassels that go onto the boot. Like right there.
There's going to be tassels on it.
I
awesome.
know. It's going to be so cute. Trust me. So any of her patterns, she is giving a generous discount code for you to choose any pattern. And I'll get to that. And then, so that's number 3. Now you can knit, if you find patterns from the Enchanted Knits magazine that Interweave put in, you can do that too. I even found a pattern for a shawl that I'm going to enter into the Bakery Bears Christmas KAL, as well as this KAL, that's called Dragonfly Wings for my Nana, for her Christmas gift. So I can knit that as part of my KAL because it's got a fantasy-based name and it's very whimsical. But I would love for you guys to go over and check Stephanie from the Tiny Owl Knits, her designs, and see if you see anything there you like. There's tons and tons and tons of stuff. There is even these needle hook holders for your crochet needles and other needle DPNs and things like that. She's got a set of these fairy houses that you can knit and felt and then hold all your stuff in. That's also a really great gift for Christmas.
Fairy-like.
And fairy-like. All those Harry Potter patterns that you're saving up, those work. Anything lacy or dreamy. Maybe a whip that you have already that has a garden-like or summery storytale feeling, like the Magic Cake shawl, that would work. A strawberry baby hat, or a sweater that has like a garden theme on it, or roses, or something like that. Fingerless lacy gloves, like the Gryffindor gloves that I plan to do for the Harry Potter KAL. And then maybe some stuffies. You would like to let anybody know some of these are some of our suggestions. You don't have to do these. These are just to give you it helps you get an idea of how far you can go.
So there's stuffies, which is there's Sally the Eco Fairy.
Yeah, so they can hear you.
And the Bakery Bears bear, but Miss Bakery Bear.
Miss Bakery Bear, but you can put wings on her, or like make her into a queen or princess and something like that. Just give her a fairy tale feel to her.
Then the Voodoo You Love Me doll.
The Most Munchies, was that your rap name? That's why I was like, listen up. You can knit another one, but do it in a fantasy-based theme. Theme. Make him into a king or something, or a knight. You could knit a Voodoo Loves Me stuffy and make him into a knight in shining armor.
And then there's the Louis the Love Bot.
Because love is magical. Then what else?
Make me love you when you're knitting me. I will love you when... Wait, make me love you?
I don't know. Anyway, what's the last one?
And the last one, last but not least, for the Harry Potter KAL, and for us, you could do the Golden Snitch from Harry Potter.
There you go. And that can end up being a ornament after you knit it.
For the Bakery Bears.
There you go. That too. All right. So
Triple dip.
Yo, get it in there.
6 quadruple.
And if you did it in time for August, you could put it in Bunnyfish's Stuffy KAL as well. That's ending at August 31st. So we just want you guys, we love to support other podcasts and let you know of some of the KALs that are really cool and fun out there. The other thing is that I've just discovered the Enchanted Knits Interweave magazine. There's a special one that they did. But here's some of the names of patterns that I saw that totally work for our KAL, as well as I think even one out of them might even work for the Harry Potter one. But the Giant Slayer, is it Slagger? No, it's Slayer. Vine Scarf would work. The Woodcutter Socks. Into the Magic Forest Blanket. It has, that's the one I think could work for Harry Potter because it has the little owls. It's a circular blanket that's gorgeous. I was thinking about making that for like the new baby that's coming. So I don't know yet. Yeah, we're just figuring it out. Hunger for Rampton Pullover.
Not for mommy. Not for mommy.
What?
The baby.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not having a baby, guys.
No.
Relax. Good one. Good catch. Bamboo Princess Baby Blanket and Hat. The Little Red by Erica Flora. That takes like only 660 yards. So those are some patterns that I did find that I thought were really, really great as a suggestion to help you guys out, come up with things. You can also, the last thing is, if you have Christmas knitting that you're trying to get on top of, anything magical like wings or a heart, flowers that like maybe a garden of flowers. Maybe you want to knit an ornament that is based on Little Red Riding Hood or Labyrinth or Alice in Wonderland or something like that. Those are all fantasy-based or fiction-based books that have been turned into movies that are all about magic. Just think fairies and magic. And somehow there's things you can pull out of that. Or gardens. Those are the three main words I would say. Gardens, fairies, and magic.
And love is magic. Love is magic.
Love is magic, so Louis the Love Bot works. Okay, guys?
And the voodoo love doll.
All right. And if you want to do an angel or a fairy for the top of your tree, that would work. I don't want you to just think, oh, I'm just going to knit one ornament and add it into the KAL. This is a 2-month KAL, guys. You can do a planter box, 3 or 4 ornaments, and like a hat. Or you can do gloves and a stuffy or any of those things. We just wanted to also introduce you to our resident fairies who are in our ads for the KAL. This is Celeste. She's got no shoes on right now.
Me neither, Mommy.
I know. Look at, you see her little wings?
And me neither. I don't have shoes either.
Can you see? I don't even know if you can pick up the wings. This is a little dress that I had knit for the Blythe dolls, and it kind of fits. It's a little bit big.
I want to show it.
Okay.
Get the carrot.
And this is Lola, our latest and probably our last BJD added, and she's got little white wings behind her. And that dress I knitted as well.
A young fairy in training.
Young fairy in training. So, so basically, I think I've gotten through. You need help? Gotten through most of the details about this KAL. One of the things in our planter boxes we're doing is we got these little succulents, which are cactus. Cacti. And are like little cactus food. And we've got little stones
For the pathway.
To make a pathway or like to add around where the pond is going to be. Now we're doing a small one for a table, so you don't have to make it a big project. And you can do a large one for the physical garden because we're moving soon, so we're going to do a big one for the garden. Because before this KAL is finished, we'll be in our new place. And we went and found a discounted, like, at Indigo. The cutest. I had to show it on the show because look how tiny they are. Like, my hands are long, but, like, I don't know.
Compared to my hand.
Yeah, there you go. They're like little tools for gardening for LittleOne and I. I'm so excited to use these.
What's the long one?
I don't know. It's just for digging, to get down lower, to get down deeper or something.
Or like in the crevices.
And this is the little bag that it came in. It's so cute. But before we get further into details, I just want you to know the prizes for our KAL. Go ahead.
Number 1, donate pattern. A donated pattern from
Of your choice.
from Tiny Elements.
So that will be one of the main prizes at the end. Then
Number 2,
a
donated yarn from Loop Yarn.
Yes. So the generous Sarah and Lydia is sending us yarn for the prizes as well.
And the third one, something donated from a viewer.
A viewer who wants to stay anonymous, and she gave us opal yarn. So it's a German yarn, and as the next episode too, when the prizes start coming in, I'll start showing them. Now I want to put it out there too, if there's indie dyers, custom project bag makers, stitch marker peoples, fiber spinners peoples, just be aware that I'm open to donations. So you can donate things for prizes, because we're going to have a lot more KALs coming up. In February we have a huge exciting KAL that we're partnering with somebody else to do as well. So that's really, I can't even wait. I think that's why this KAL happened, because I felt like I couldn't wait on that one. So,
and you're wondering, you're so pumped up, I'm going to win this prize. I'm going to be the mythicalist person around. How do I get the prizes?
how do you get the prizes?
The pattern codes.
Oh. So
wait.
you have prizes, but
Discount codes.
so the discount codes. So not only do we have people partnering with us, giving us, I was like, where is she going with this? We have discount codes during the KAL that you can use to purchase stuff to knit in our KAL. I really recommend that you really consider getting quite a few, because she doesn't use this amount of discount code very often. But Stephanie from the Tiny Owl Knits, lovely, creative, everything that she does is dreamy, has been gracious enough to give us
a 20% off.
25.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
And the code that you need to use when you're going into the checkout
is the Artsy Knitter.
So just put in the word Artsy Knitter, not the Artsy Knitter. And the lovely Lotsbird is giving us a discount code of
10% off, and it expires September 1st. Oh, and what does this expire?
I will put it right underneath when Tiny Owl Knits expires, but Lost Birds expires
September 1st, and the discount code is the Artsy Peeps.
Artsy Peeps. Okay? I think it's all in caps as well. Just if you put it in and it doesn't work, make sure you use caps. And last but not least, the discount code that we're getting from the fabulous lovelies. Loops yarn. It expires
November 1st, and she's giving us a discount code of 15% off.
Right. And what's the code?
Fairytale.
Fairytale. So, Fairytale. I don't think there's an S at the end. So, those are our discount codes. It'll be on the screen. In a couple days, I'll put it in the thread as well. But I want people to get a chance to see this and, get planning, guys. I really want to see in the chatter thread some of the ideas that you guys have swimming around in your minds. What else was I going to show you? Oh, and what we did also was we went to dollar stores and we found, you want to show them that? The little birds, little things that we can put in the planter garden for our fairies. Okay, that's just making people dizzy if you do that. Okay.
Here's the birdie.
The birdie. And look at our little sheepsies. Maybe you want to show that one?
There's
one standing and one sitting. Then we've got one in a little
nest.
Nest.
Hay nest.
Right. And I had these things, and now I have a perfect way to show them in our garden. And we're making more than one garden. We might even do a third one down the line at her dad's house. So that kind of, you know, I don't know. I'm super excited about this, guys.
We're pumped.
We're pumped.
Just like you.
We're pumped, just like you. So, I think those are all the details. Am I missing anything? Like, for example, I am finishing up this bakery bear that I'm doing.
For mystery.
No, she doesn't. Does she watch the show, you think? Just in case she does watch the show, this is being made for someone. We're not going to say who. And she's really made to match YukiBaby. So she hasn't had a name yet. I'm going to let her be named. And she's like this lavender purple. She's not been put together yet. And I'm going to put like different color ears from Koi Goo on her.
Matching ears.
Matching ears possibly. And she is going to have wings. I might actually make wings as well for all the separate wings for all the bears that are, maybe find a way to do them that they're detachable or like strap, you know, like you put them on like a backpack. And so this is one of our stuffies that we're doing. I just can't stop knitting this bakery bear right now. So it's just, you're gonna have to bear with me. And we might do a boy and make him into a wizard. So that was one of our whips. So I have my, what is this? The feet going right now 2 at a time with my little counter on there. And this is done in, the other ones were done in Cascade. I'm trying this in Barocco worsted, so that I can see the differences of how I like the way they come out, because I don't want her to wash this bear and have any problems with it. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing with that. You know that we're making the boots, and we're at the fringe part. I feel like we're missing something. Oh, this is just the tail end of things. We want to show you my progress on this. Unfortunately, blanket will not be able to be in the Whippy. I mean, I don't think it's going to make it for the WhipitArtysKAL either. That's why I didn't challenge myself. Like, people were putting things in the in the chatter thread of images of whips. Like, people declared ahead of time what they were going to whip. A few of mine I had to frog. Sometimes that happens. It's still a whippy. Oh no, my stuff fell off.
But it's a nice blanket. Nice colors.
Yeah, so here is the progress on the blanket thus far. I think on the last episode you would have seen it was just gray. So now it's gray and then like a blue transition at the bottom. But instead of doing just color blocks, I'm actually doing, like, once I get down to like about 25 rows, I start doing 2 rows of the new color, then go back to the old color before it finishes, and then do 2 rows of that, and then 4 rows of the new color and 4 rows of the old color, and then I go right into the new color full on. So it's almost like a gradual, like a little striping progression instead of just a solid block color. And so this next color is like the baby blue and the medium blue, and then after,
it's so cozy.
I know, and then after that it's gonna be the kingfisher color, which is like a turquoise, a bright turquoise color. The other thing I wanted to show you that I haven't had a chance to show yet, I just blocked it, is one of my whippies that I whipped. This is the pendulum shawl. It smells so good. It's super stuff. I'm kind of putting it on.
I want to feel it.
Yeah.
I want to feel it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put it on. So we whipped this whippy. I'm really grateful that finally it's done. I'm sure you saw the knitting warden mocking me in the last episode that I haven't had it done yet. Well, see, it's done. I whippies. Whip. Oh, what? Sorry. Whippies. Okay, do we start again at the beginning?
Yeah.
Here. Whippies. That's what we doing. Whippies. Hey. So we did that, and I think I might have one more whippy that I'm gonna have whipped in time for the 15. So I'm encouraging you guys to get in there. Oh, it smells so good.
Can I smell it?
What's that mean? What's this mean? I don't know what she's doing.
No, I'm doing the snapping.
Oh, okay, you're still snapping. And this has nothing to do with the KAL, my KAL, but I'm entering it into the Bakery Bear podcast KAL. These are all podcasts that you can find on YouTube, including the Lost Birds, who are new podcasters. Go over and show them some love, guys. They are, I'm not sure if there may be 20 people in their group right now, and they're just starting out, but they're lovely, and they're going to be showing us parts of Japan, which of course, you know, I'm all about that. They are sweet girls. They are military wives, and their podcast, they're also dyers of fiber, and I just thought it would be interesting for you to check them out, and they've been kind enough to jump in and give us a discount code. So this one is like wrapping up in my thing right now. Maybe I have to knit her another one. But just before we go, I just wanted to let you know that this is going to be the Bakery Bear podcast, KAL, Christmas KAL. This is I'm making for my mom. She doesn't want to show. And
hopefully, yeah.
It's called Dock of the Bay by Sarah Stevens from the O-Loops podcast. One of the lovelies just knit this and just released this. And I have just 3 colors, but it's a 5-color infinity KAL. And it's actually going pretty fast. I'm using an unknown merino superwash. It's all needs to be done in DK, and so I had some challenges trying to find matching, and then I'm doing like a darker charcoal gray, and then in a Louise Harding cashmere DK. Cashmere is the softer, or I should say the lighter.
Sometimes cashy.
Huh?
Sometimes cashy.
Cashy?
It takes a lot of money.
Oh, cashier. It does take a lot of money. And then this is the darker gray. It's Filatura de Cruza. Cruza?
Oh, I'm going to say that as a joke.
There. And this is extra fine merino superwash as well. So I guess it's anything with, would be like about 22 stitches per inch, basically, roughly. But make sure you check your gauge. That's something that Sarah recommends. Her latest episode, episode 18, she talks about the KAL a little bit. And if you know how to do Kitchener stitch, you can jump in there and whip this up. So this will be for my getting ahead on my Christmas knitting. And it's in my Bling You string bag. So.
I got a joke though.
Oh gosh. She's got a joke. Is it knitted related?
Yes.
Alright, it's knitted related. Okay. Alright, paying attention.
So, for those of you who know Kitchener stitches, if this is an obvious one, where's the best time to knit the Kitchener stitch?
I don't know. When's the best time? Where?
In the kitchen. Oh, yes.
No, that is funny.
Yeah, it's obvious, though, but you couldn't get it.
Yeah?
To me, it's obvious, because Kitchener.
Get it? The best place to knit the Kitchener stitch?
Is the kitchen. It gives you more inspiration.
Oh.
For Kitchener things.
Okay. Okay, so now if you did not think, if you weren't sure if we rehearsed or this was scripted, right there. That was proof. No scripting. I should have said to grab a cup of coffee and like enjoy knitting, you know, the craziness, the things that pop out. I have no idea what's going to happen at any one given moment. Excuse me. That's basically it. I was trying to find a way to fit the tubularity into my KAL, but tubularity doesn't have a fantasy meaning. Now, you guys tell me on the thread if you think I am pushing the line, if you are like rolling your eyes at me when I say I'm going to get the Kal, that epic piece that everyone's knitting, I'm going to put that in the Fairytale Kal. And here's how I justify it. Tell me what you think. Blow up my spot on the thread. Let me have it if you think I am cray-cray. It says on the Viajante that the word is Portuguese for traveler. So then I was like, the time traveler's wife. Or the traveling musicians by the Brothers Grimm. This Kal, whatever you call it, it is right in line with the Fairytale Forever Kal because it's based on a magical traveler. The Time Traveler's Wife is a book that was turned into a movie. I don't know. Am I stretching? Am I like inching to try and get it in there? Because as you can tell from the last episode, I'm supposed to be knitting the Viajante with the knitting warden. And she knits 80 stitches per inch. So tell me what you think. I don't know.
Per inch?
No, I mean 80 stitches. I don't know.
Per
80
second?
stitches per sec. No, 80 stitches per minute. Yeah. So anyway,
That's the fastest knitter.
yeah, that's pretty fast knitter. So have you showed all your progress? Oh, what are you knitting for the Fairytale Kal?
So I'm knitting it's just called Dragon.
It's just called Dragon, but he's not going to be
Dragon. He's gonna be Fred the Dragon.
And what color is he gonna be?
We have not fully decided, but we think pink.
We're thinking pink.
Fred the Pink Dragon.
Or purple.
By the way, he's a guy. Doesn't matter what color he is.
That's right, because our dragons, they can be whatever they like. What? So anyway, we're gonna, now I know that it seems like my podcasts haven't been as every 10 days on point like I have been. So bear with me. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. My uploading, I have to have somebody else do it for me. My laptop where I edit keeps shutting down randomly at random times, restarting on me. So I feel like I'm gonna lose it soon. Hopefully I can get my taxes in and get a new one, but that's causing me a bit of anxiety these days. But yeah, so bear with us. And then in the fall, of course, we're gonna be back up and running. But I pretty much have shown you, because that's the Dock of the Bay Kal is the first new thing besides these boots that are for my Kal that I've knitted since I started the WhipitArtysKAL, okay? Oh my god. I realize there are people who are like, you can see that they want to join, but they're like, I don't really want to go through this process. Like Panda Loves Wool, Panda Loves Yarn, sorry. I always do that. I feel like her name should be Panda Loves Wool, but why am I renaming this woman? I had to sit with her, be like, okay, what's in that bag? Okay, yeah, that's a Whippy. Frog it or make it. Frog it or knit it. One or the other. And she's still going through that process, and she's got 10 left. I'm totally blowing up your spot. Let everybody know she's getting there.
She's a believer.
She's a believer. Anyway, we're rambling now. We just want
track.
Yeah, we're on a tangent. So thank you for tuning in. Get involved in these knitting knit-alongs that are going on. I'm really excited about getting a part of Harry Potter Kal. I have no idea what's going to be happening next for me, so I'm trying not to take on any more because I don't know what it's going to be like. It's my first time doing a big major Kal like this. Like, it's going to be quite a few months, and there's lots of challenges, and you have to get into a house and all this stuff. So, but while you're doing the Fairytale Kal, while you're finishing off the WhipitArtysKAL, while you're in the Harry Potter Kal, or the Bakery Bear, knit like a
rock star. Just like my dragon. He's going to be a rock star.
Oh, it's going to be Freddy the Dragon Rockstar.
Freddy the Rockstar Pink Dragon.
Or
Pink
something.
Rockstar Dragon.
Something like that. Anyway, thanks guys.